In many Caribbean countries, it's illegal to have gay sex. However, in a handful of countries, including Bermuda, Cayman, the British Virgin Islands, and Turks and Caicos, it's legal, chiefly because these are British overseas territories influenced by UK laws. Now, as gay marriage became legal in Britain in 2014, same-sex rights may be the new frontier in the Caribbean. But as Monica Walton found out, in Cayman, Christian values run deep and discrimination is alive and well. Let's head 19 degrees north and 81 degrees west to Grand Cayman.
Lawyers James Reeve and Leo Raznovich have been together 16 years, legally married in Argentina for the past 3. James is British, Leo is Argentinian. When James found work in Cayman in 2010, they decided to move. But at first, Leo couldn't come. Separated for a year until Leo could find a job.
The immigration system would not entertain any possibility of looking into our relationship as a committed relationship. And that was, I felt very hurt on that, because that was the first time in my life that I was being segregated.
Like almost half of the workforce in Cayman, Leo and James are expats, a designation which carries work and immigration restrictions.
Share your life and your love.
Unlike other married expats, James and Leo can't list each other as dependents.
If one or the other of us were to lose our job, that person would have to leave the island pretty immediately.
Leo and James's story could be the next frontier for gay rights in Cayman, a British overseas territory where homosexuality is legal.
I am now very happy to announce that you are now legally
in 2014, England, Scotland and Wales legalised same-sex marriage. And the European Court of Human Rights agreed to hear 2 cases from Italy, where same-sex couples argue they're being denied the right to marry or engage in civil partnership. One human rights lawyer speaking recently at the Grand Court in Cayman says if Italy will be forced to adopt a civil partnership law, so will Cayman.
Perhaps in the case against Italy, where the European Court of Human Rights will say you must have one, and if it says that for the 47 countries in Europe, that will apply to British overseas territories as well.
Though overseas territories govern themselves, Britain has had the last word before.
The CMA does not support the permission for a gay cruise to come to our shores.
In 1998, when the local government barred passengers of an all-gay cruise from entering Cayman, Britain stepped in and passengers were allowed ashore. In 2001, it was the UK Privy Council that ordered Cayman and other Caribbean territories to legalise homosexuality. And further away, just off the coast of Spain, the Privy Council ruled in 2009 that Gibraltar, another British overseas territory, had to recognise same-sex relationships following a public housing dispute. That's why lawyers say Cayman could already be violating UK law.
Where the Cayman Islands government is failing to comply with clear legal obligations, the UK government might have to act.
Cayman's Human Rights Commission says the country doesn't have to follow rulings just because they're made in other territories. It seems despite British influence, discrimination is real. In Cayman, homophobia is alive and well.
They need to be shot, shoot them.
To be a homosexual is an abomination.
Man was made for a woman, and a woman was made for a man.
Activist Kerry Tibbetts says her brother, who died from AIDS, was routinely refused service because he was gay.
I had to be the one to go and select the items that he decided he wanted to buy and then go to the counter with the money as a young girl and purchase them because they didn't want to serve my brother. They knew he was gay.
Local gay Caymanians feel discriminated against.
They don't want to speak to you. They treat you differently. They act like they don't know you. It's terrible.
And say they live in fear.
They want to get rid of us and kill us or whatever.
Discrimination in Cayman is rooted deeply in Christian beliefs.
Homosexuality is not in the plan or in the will of God.
It's a penalty that they have to pay of the Christ's word in heaven.
And what do you think that is?
What that is? Fire and brimstone.
That could explain in part why there are still very few protections for gays, even though homosexuality is legal.
Anyone at the moment has a legal right to discriminate against you, to dismiss you, to refuse to offer you an apartment or services.
But Leo and James say religious beliefs have no place in a court of law.
The court, for very few exceptions, have rejected the religious argument in secular societies, in the Western world.
While not planning to take legal action, they say Cayman should voluntarily address immigration as a first step.
This is just about saying, okay, we have somebody here who is in a committed relationship where the other person is doesn't have the right to reside here, and giving that spouse rights under the immigration law to be able to reside and to live with their loved one.
Cayman's Human Rights Commission told 18 Degrees North it supports immigration changes to accommodate same-sex couples, but it has to wait for lawmakers to act. If and when the battle is won, local gay activists say they'll be that much closer to paving the way for equal rights.
I'll continue to advocate until gays are in our society are free.
So this is where we bring 18 Degrees North to a close for this week. Join us online, look us up on Twitter or on Facebook. We're there to keep all of us connected to the Caribbean. From all of us here at 18 Degrees North, thanks so much for watching. I'm Zara Burton. See you next time.
"18 Degrees North" is a production of Global Reporters for the Caribbean in association with
Rainforest Seafoods, fresh from the ocean.